Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Regina Rimbert, and I am the CEO for BuyVet. BuyVet is a veteran organization, and our mission is to support, promote, and advocate for veteran-owned businesses. We are a nonprofit 501c3. And so today, I'm pleased to let you know that we have a special guest with us, Mr. Gable Eaton, and he is the founder and CEO of TechTouch. TechTouch is his company, and so I'm going to let him speak to you and tell you about his business and kind of what services he provides. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to you, Mr. Eaton.
Thank you so much. And Ms. Rimbert, I want to say thank you for your service, number one. And thank you for having me on the show. I greatly appreciate it. There's a saying that all press is good press. And I'm happy to be with the Fireside chat with you. As you stated, my name is Gable Eaton. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. I am a former White House Marine, went into operations, and now I'm an entrepreneur. Let's see, I've been in business now with my own business now for about 2.5 years. Okay, my business is centered around a product that I created and patented. It's called UTouch. UTouch is a patented wearable tech so that you don't have to come in contact with touchscreens in the public. And this is UTouch, and this is UTouch here. UTouch is just a device that you will wear on your finger, and I'll demonstrate it for you here so your people can see. As you see, it interacts with touchscreens. It'll interact with a touchscreen in the public. That's my site there. It's so you don't have to come in contact with those germs that are on those touchscreens. Now, it also comes in its own carrying case. You see that? And it attaches to your keychain so that you can use it whenever you want to. It's washable and it's reusable, and it stores right inside of this keychain. Just like that. You close it up, and there you have it. It's something very simple. It's something very simple. I remember reading the book, One Simple Idea, and that's what I did. I came up with one simple idea, and I'll tell you how I came up with it. After leaving the military, I went into civilian employment, okay? And something that really bothered me was how my coworkers would reach over me and touch my touchscreen. And this is before touchscreens were even interactive, but they would invade your space. And I wasn't used to that because in the military, we respect each other's space. No one's going to come over your shoulder and reach over you and touch it, touch your screen. They'll stand behind you and ask you. Well, because they did this, they would leave fingerprints and smudges and scratches and food stuff. And I'd be staring at my screen going, this is disgusting. And I thought, I've got to fix this. Okay, so I actually came up with the idea for UTouch right after I got out of the military in 2012, not too long ago. So once I came up with the idea, what did I do? I got a patent for it. And I've been going at it ever since. And I'll tell you something. My time in the service is what has helped me the most because you really need some discipline doing this. Being an entrepreneur is not the Pollyanna, easy thing to do, like some of them would like to put out there. You know, really successful entrepreneurs that grow their businesses, such as Jeff Bezos into Amazon or social media, Instagram, those are unicorns. You're going to put in some work behind what you're doing, okay? And that's the truth. You're going to put in some work. So I've been putting in a lot of work to get UTouch on the map. Something else I would like to share. One of the questions that is always asked of me is, what advice would you give someone that was going to be an entrepreneur? And just like in the military, you need a team. Being an entrepreneur is not something that you should do by yourself. An entrepreneur is someone that has a vision, they have a goal, and they have a basic plan and a strategy on how to accomplish that goal, whether to provide that service or, like me, to get that product out there. But in order to do this, the myth out there is that you have got to wear all of the hats. No. You do not want to wear all of the hats. Now, you need to know every aspect of your business, but you need to know how to allocate responsibilities, which means that you have to build a team. Another thing that I would share is when you go into business, I was always taught that there were three people you needed. You needed a banker, you needed a tax person, and you needed an attorney. Well, they forgot to add that you needed a mentor, you need an accountability partner, and you need people who are going to feed you. You need a community of people that are going to encourage you, because this is not something for the faint of heart. A lot of doors are going to get closed in your face. You're going to get a lot of no's, and you're going to go through what we call the imposter phase, where you're doing this and people are giving you the accolades, but you're really not making any traction. And all of a sudden you start feeling like, I'm an imposter. I'm not really doing anything. But don't worry about that. If you believe in what you're doing, you have the passion. And as a former military person, you have the discipline to do it. And I would encourage you, if you have a solid plan, not even a solid plan, let me fix that. You don't even have to have a solid plan. You just have to go out there and do it. Like we discussed earlier, you just have to start doing it. The pandemic, how has it affected my business? Now, you would think that my business would be booming because of QTouch, because most people don't want to come in contact with these touch screens out in the public. But the old adage, if you build it, they will come, not true. You've got to engage. For instance, I'm sitting here in the Fireside chat. Why am I sitting in a Fireside chat? Because it gives me an opportunity to talk about my product and to encourage others if they're looking to do the same. And the little pieces of advice that I've given about building a team, having the right people in place, the mentor, the accountability partner, the right community in place. Those things are very important. I am also a member of the current cohort with the Veterans in Residence program. Out of thousands of people who applied, a few were chosen, and I'm very grateful for that opportunity, because now I'm working with my fellow veterans. And I am seeing traction as my business grows, as more attention is brought to my product, just as some of my fellow cohort members, more attention is being brought to the services that they provide. Vet Park, for instance, is an organization that I partner with, a fellow veteran who seeks to help some of our military people with other holistic ways of coping with some of their issues. And he also provides a platform for them to put their artwork up there and to sell it. So when you are moving inside of this space, working with other veterans, I think it's a lot different than moving in a space out there with people who are not veterans. And I'm not saying that you should move with veterans, but you get that support. You know what I mean? We support each other as veterans. Yes. So I've talked a little bit about what it is that I do and my product. And I have notes over here. I hope that little advice that I gave you, if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, and I'm gonna tell you something. If you're truly an entrepreneur, you're gonna move. You're gonna feel it in you to move. And most of us that are here watching this, we're veterans. We know how to go about doing it. We know how to make it happen. Go out and make it happen. Follow your vision. And that's the biggest piece of encouragement that I can give you. I'm a horrible employee. I work. I'm a horrible employee. That's not really true, but I enjoy what I do. Enjoy what you do. It shouldn't be something that is causing you too much pain. Don't quit your day job. Use that day job as a basis for growing your own personal business.
So that's awesome. Thank you. We really appreciate, this is great advice that you have shared with us. I really appreciate it. So where can we find you if we want to support your business? What social media platforms are you on, and how can we find you?
I'm glad you asked that. Okay. My website is techtouch.com. That's TEQTOUCH, techtouch.com. On Instagram, you can find me at TechUtouch. That's TEQUTOUCH. And on Facebook, I'm at UTouch, UTOUCH. You can engage with me there. I will say that UTouch is available for single sales, but it's also a great branding device for corporations and companies to add to their swag bags. Everybody's tired of getting those coffee mug covers.
That's right.
And it's time to do UTouch up in
Absolutely.
there, okay?
Absolutely.
All right.
I agree.
To all my federal veterans, thank you for your service.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day, because I know you are very busy, to meet with us today.
I'm looking at my phone right now. Thank you. It's a pleasure. I appreciate it. I really do.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And you have a great day, the rest of your day.
Thank you, and thank you for your service.